Hey Arca, New Jersey, it's Matthew Locascio back with another weekly edition of helpful exercises and health tips for you guys. As you can see, we've entered the Christmas season finally here. This is just a small part of the many decorations I now have hanging up in my place. This Friday, before or after the session, I might give you guys who join us for our weekly workout group, I might give you a little tour and show you around some of Casa de In-Home Trainer Matt here, which right now very much resembles National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation, if you remember the outside of the house, but inside. So look forward to seeing you guys this Friday with the week off. It's been an extra week. I really miss you guys. I hope you all had a wonderful Thanksgiving. All had a wonderful holiday season so far. It's actually snowing right now as I do this, so we really feel like we're in the holiday season here, and I hope you guys are all doing well. If you noticed now, the decorations aren't the only crazy thing in this picture here. I'm also holding what's known as circular bands, and if you can see my feet here, I've also got a circular band around my feet. So, very wacky picture I'm giving you guys here. Now, if you're not familiar with circular bands, they're a great exercise tool to help benefit not just lower body or upper body, but doing both at the same time. And today I'm going to show you guys just a few different ways you can use these circular bands to help maximize a workout. So the first thing I'm going to tell you guys is, if you can notice past this bright blinding light of a deer behind me, I have a blue band on my legs and an orange band in my hands. Now, generally speaking, the lighter the color, much like I've said when we've used regular resistance bands for these videos in the past, lighter the color, the lighter the band. That's not always the case, but it is in this case. So I'm holding a lighter band with my upper body, and I've got a heavier band around my legs. The reason for that is that, generally speaking, your lower body can withstand more weight than the upper body can. Generally speaking, the leg muscles can take a little more weight than the upper body can. So that's why we have the heavier band here around the legs. Now, the first exercise I'm going to show you guys involves both the leg band and the upper body band. If you can only do one or the other, that's fine. You can do the upper part or just the lower part of this exercise. So it's the first one I'm going to show you, and then I'm going to show you guys a few different ones you can do with just upper body, just lower body as well. But even with this one, you can customize it to fit, whatever benefits you the best. And again, like we mention every week, don't do something that if you're not sure or completely comfortable that it's going to be healthy and beneficial to you. If you feel like it may hurt you, if you feel unsafe, please don't do it. And as always, if you have any questions or concerns, please contact us at IHT 908-875-3241, info@inhometrainermatt.com or inhometrainermatt.com. You can reach us through the contact portal. We are here to help. So if you have any questions or you're just not sure about an exercise, please let us know. We can answer any questions you have. Again, that's why we're here. So without further ado, here's the first exercise we're going to do. So I've got the band around my legs already, and it's simple enough. You just literally put your feet in the band and then expand to where, as you can see here, the band has a nice tight grip to it. It's not too loose, it's not too tight. And now I'm going to hold the orange band in my other hand, with my hands, and I'm just going to take a step to the right while pulling the orange band apart and bringing it back together. And now I'm going to come back the same way I started. So I just went left to right. Now I'm going to go right to left first step and back together. And then you see I release the tension in both. So we're just taking one step one direction and maximizing tension by pulling apart with my hands. You can see my knees here are slightly bent. We don't ever want the knees locked when we're doing this exercise. And then we release that tension and then back to our original place. If you find yourself going way further to the right or way farther to the left than where you started, that means that you're pulling more to one side or the other. You don't want to do that. That's why it's good to pick an area, like I have this mirror behind me, where I can see, okay, I'm taking one step this way and taking one step that way. And as long as I end up back in the middle of the mirror, I know I'm taking the same amount of distance each way and I'm not pulling too hard one way or another. So we're going right to left. Probably looks opposite because the iPad has a mirror effect, but I promise you I went right to left. And then we're going left to right. And see this nice, slow, smooth motion? I'm keeping my elbows tucked in here. See my elbows, they're not flying out this way. It's going to put a lot of pressure on the shoulders. We're keeping the elbows tucked, pulling apart, knees slightly bent, and just a nice, smooth motion like so. Left, right, and right, left. Left, right, right, left. Each time, again, allowing that tension to relax so my body can reset a little before I take that next step. And last one. Good. All right, now I'm going to show you guys an exercise you can do if you don't feel comfortable using your lower body or you just want to work on your upper body. This is a great one to do. Now with this one, instead of holding the band like this, we're actually going to put it around our forearms like so. If I can get it around there, there we go. And now what I'm going to do is one at a time, I'm going to pull back, come back to the center. Now I'm going to take the other arm, pull back just like that. So right below the wrist here, right on the forearms. Keep it tight enough that you don't bring it together so it slouches down. But again, it allows you to kind of reset, and we're just going back. I'm going to show you from the side here. See how I'm bringing it back just one at a time. Nice simple pull back motion. This will work the back muscles as well as the chest muscles. One at a time. Nice and simple. Just slowly alternating, and much like the resistance bands, guys, we don't want a slingshot effect. We want to go nice and slow one direction and then resist a little on the way back. That way we're working it both ways. That's the beauty and essence, if you will, of the resistance bands and how they can work. And good. Okay, now I'm going to show you a couple things you can do just using the leg. If you don't want to do, again, upper body, or you don't feel comfortable, you may have a reason you don't feel comfortable doing upper body exercise with the band. Here's a good one you can do to work just the legs using the bands. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to step on the band with one of my feet. So if you can see here, and I'll actually tilt the camera down a little. There we go. So you can see a little better. Okay, so I'm going to step with one, and then I'm going to take the top of my foot and do knee ups with the other. So this is a balance exercise. It's also a great leg exercise. I'm just going to flip around here, guys, so you can see, again, how the leg's coming up. Other foot staying down, keeping the band pressed against the ground, so I'm able to get resistance, I'm able to work the muscles in here. I'm going to lose my balance if I talk and do this at the same time, but again, that shows you it's also a core exercise, great for balance. So you can do 6 to 10, I would recommend, to start on one side. For this video, we're going to cut that short, and now we're just going to switch sides here and go up with the opposite foot, like so. Again, keeping one foot down. Come back to center here so you can see this angle. Nice and slow both directions. And allowing that resistance to work the muscles and again, provide that core balance as well. Now you go up the one way, you can also do this towards the back. So what you would do is step on it again with one foot, and then the other foot you're going to put all the way through and just come up like so. So you're going to basically do a hamstring curl using the resistance band. I hope I'm explaining this as clearly as possible. It's very, very unique exercises that you can do with these circular bands. So again, if you have any questions, feel free to contact us and I can explain in more depth for you. And again, switching, so now if you can see my feet, I'm going to step with the right foot. I'm going to bring the left foot all the way through the band and then come straight back. Being careful not to hit Rudolph or Santa here. And again, just to show you a different angle so you can see how I'm coming back. Knee bending, heel coming towards butt, doesn't have to come too far, just enough to feel a nice stretch in the hamstring. So those are a few different exercises, 4 different exercises. In fact, I just counted 4 different exercises you guys can use. They're great beginner exercises to start with the circular bands. I hope that was helpful for you guys. They're very cheap, very affordable. If you don't have them at home, you can find them online, Amazon, basically any normal department store should carry them. I can help you out with that as well if you need advice. But they're a great tool to use, very inexpensive, and a lot of great different ways you can use these bands. I'm glad that worked out because I wasn't going to redo this video if I dropped it. A lot of great ways you can use these bands to your benefit, to your health and wellness, to make sure you're constantly improving. Again, any questions, 908-875-3241, info@inhometrainermatt.com. InHomeTrainerMatt.com through the contact portal. The iPad sliding down as I did this. I'll see you guys on Friday and give you a tour. Almost got the camera. That would have looked cool. Have a great day, Arkham, New Jersey. I'll see everyone Friday.